Welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast, your home for horror entertainment and movie reviews. I am Nick, and this is Tim.
That's right. Welcome back once again.
Yeah. Welcome back once again.
Welcome back once again, audience. Not to take from Tobuscus, but it's a pretty sick intro.
Hello.
Yes.
So,
what are we doing today?
It sucks, but
It does suck.
We fell off. No.
We haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, enlighten our wonderful viewers what we're doing today.
We're doing nothing. We're just going to sit here and
Sip our
drink.
blue
You guys
milk.
didn't let us know what you thought this was.
Yeah, so this time we're going to do it again. Let us know what you think we're drinking. What's in here? It is not alcoholic. If that narrows it down.
All right, well, what we are doing is obviously 28 years later, the
Yes.
movie review of the year.
This will be the whole episode, subtracted by minuscule amount of news.
Very minuscule.
Yeah, so we're going to deep dive into this movie. It's definitely one of the most controversial movies of the year. I think that's very, very accurate to say. This is a very divisive film.
Everybody had pretty high hopes for the movie, but a lot of it's mixed.
Yeah, the critics love it, the audience, like half and half, 50-50, pretty much. So we're going to delve into it, give you our opinions. Maybe we can help you if you haven't decided yet. But as always, watch it for yourself and make your own opinion. Don't listen to the haters, don't listen to the lovers, make your own damn opinion.
And if you love the movie, you love the movie.
Yeah.
If you hate the movie, then you hate the movie.
You hate it. Let us know what you thought of it yourself.
Whatever you do, you're going to get backlash for it.
Exactly, doesn't matter. So might as well just say it.
So do it.
Yeah, so to begin with, we have some big news. We're doing another giveaway. Woo, 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 woo. This time, 3 items. Not 1, not 2, but 3. So there'll be 3 lucky winners.
3 winners this time.
And
way better than 1.
3 of you lucky winners will each win a 28 years later poster that was exclusive to AMC theaters if you saw the movie early. We didn't see it early, but they had leftovers. So we grabbed some, and we're going to give some away. Hopefully that's okay. So yeah, it doesn't come in the frame. It'll be rolled up in a tube for you. So you have that to look forward to. So we're going to run this giveaway on Instagram. Basically, we'll have a post there explaining everything. You're going to have to like the post. You are going to have to be following us. And in your response in the comments, you have to tag one friend. They also have to follow us. So you and a friend have to follow us, and you'll be requested to answer a question. Probably, did you see the film? If not, and if you have...
Anything about the film.
Yeah, anything about the film. Did you
like
the film?
What are your favorite colors?
Yeah, have you seen the film? Did you not see it? What was your favorite part? Anything. You can comment whatever you want on that post. We'll when we actually make the post, we'll have a specific question pinned at the top. Answer that question, and you're entered if you have a tagged friend and you're both following.
Yeah, so do it so you have a chance to win.
Yes. There'll be 3 of you, 3 random winners. Yeah, we'll do the wheel again. Do the whole thing, the same thing as last time.
Maybe we'll get a physical wheel.
Maybe. Yeah, so if that instructions made no sense, look out for the Instagram post that should be posted shortly after this video posts or in sync. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be running it for 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to enter. We'll have a specific date whenever that 2-week time is. So yeah, look forward to that. Thank you for your constant support. This is to give back to you. Feel special.
There's no this without you.
Yes. And there was no you on last episode. Nobody likes games, so we're putting the kibosh on that. Unless you want it, speak your mind.
You guys chose bacon.
Speak your mind. Anyway, what do you have for us news-wise? I'll do my section when I talk for a bit. Yeah. So you talk.
Oh, what was your... Wait. Oh, that was that.
Yeah. So it's a...
You're going to talk about that? Or?
It's a one. I'm just going to say it. So the Friday the 13th Crystal Lake TV show from A24 officially started filming. So it's real. Right?
It's real.
This has been talked about for the past 2 years. So it's real. It started. They have a full cast. We only know a handful of cast members. So that's good. Hopefully it's not a lame drama. Hopefully they can make it good. But yeah, we have that to look forward to. So Good on you, A24.
It's a CW drama.
It better not be. It's A24. They're making a TV show. They have hit or miss movies, but I feel like the most time they have hits.
Not all A24s are going to be massive like hits, and they're going to be the best because they're just publishers.
Exactly. So yeah. What do you got?
We got Jaws not only coming back for the big screen.
Yeah.
It's going to be back on Netflix.
Yeah.
All 4 movies too.
Unfortunately, 2, 3, and 4 will be watchable. These movies are trash. Obviously, some people like them, but they should have never been made. But you can watch them all on Netflix, coming July 15th. And you can see Jaws 1 on the big screen, maybe in IMAX, because it has been shown in IMAX before, sometime in August. The end of August, I think, is when it comes back in theater. We'll be watching it, and we'll review it, because he's never seen it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to watch it on Netflix. I'll want it for the first time to be on the big one. The big one.
The big one. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Happy birthday, Jaws. Happy 50th. We made posts about that. We didn't forget about you. He almost did. But I caught his mistake. Yeah, I caught his mistake. He posted not Jaws trivia on that day. But I corrected him.
I was busy at work.
Yeah. All is good in the world. All's good.
You had 2 trivias that day.
Yeah. I had extra trivia. All right, cool.
Also, thank you for the feedback. Well, not feedback, but I like a lot of the likes that I'm getting on the trivia. We're getting on the trivia.
Yeah.
We noticed more likes.
And views.
And so far, which one I put out, I think it was recently, no one has got it right so far.
Oh, really? The 28 days ones or
it was
They
for
Live
the
Today?
Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, okay.
The last time I checked, nobody had gotten it right.
Wow.
It's actually the trivia is a tiger shark in the movie has a license plate in its mouth, just like Jaws, and it's actually the same number license plate.
Cool. I thought they were bull sharks.
No, it said tiger sharks. But I showed. I don't know.
Yeah, I know they're not great whites. Yeah, it's a great movie. Well, if you haven't seen Deep Blue Sea, watch it. It's very fun. Very campy, but it's very fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My grandma watched it.
Yeah.
she just had it on like the side. Her favorite thing was like the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh yeah, my aunt loves the Sci-Fi Channel. Like all the mega crocopus.
Yeah, she would always just watch. That's all she would watch all day, most of the time.
All right.
And then Hallmarks sprinkled in.
Yeah. Gotta love the family Hallmark. All right, back to horror and back to 28 years later, the most divisive film of the year.
Is it the horror movie of the year?
Because it was the most anticipated, I'll tell you that. So, we're going to jump into some spoiler-free discussion. No spoilers to start out. Very basic plot. 5 minutes of just talking very basic spoilers. Then we'll jump into a full, in-depth review. So if you don't want it to be spoiled, listen to this beginning part, and then we'll give you a fair warning, cut off, go watch it, come back. But to be honest, there really is not really much to spoil in this movie.
No.
Like, there's no big major thing, so you should be fine, but we'll give you that warning.
It's a pretty contained story.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll give you that warning. But yeah, we can start with a plot.
Well, yeah, 28 years later, Danny Boyle comes back to direct his child.
Yeah. He created the first one.
Yeah.
And this movie reinvented the zombie franchise, the genre, the subgenre. Without this, we would not have had Dawn of the Dead. We wouldn't have The Walking Dead. We wouldn't have The Last of Us. This movie reinvented it. It created fast zombie. First film. Create fast, rage, angry zombie. Brainless.
Yeah. Have you seen World War Z, obviously?
Oh, yeah.
I think
heavily inspired.
I actually think that 28 days later, zombies infected turn faster than World War Z.
Because 10 to 20 seconds in
it's 10 seconds later. No, it's like 10 seconds in World War Z.
Right.
And it was like way quicker in when I was watching the movie. It was like
it's pretty much
way quicker than that.
There is a line drop. You have 10 to 20 seconds to kill them before they turn in 28 days.
It might depend on the person, but I think it's less than World War Z. Like I think the rage virus is worse.
I think it is. Yeah.
I don't know. That's up for debate.
Yeah. We've only seen so much in these movies. But yeah. So 28 Days Later is mainly a coming-of-age film with some rage infected kind of in the background. They're there, they're not the focal point, right? So, and it's a travel film.
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. We're following Jamie, isn't it? dad,
Jamie the dad,
Jamie
and Spike.
and Spike the kid. We follow their journey. They go off and do some stuff, and then some stuff happens.
Some stuff happens.
Some stuff happens. Trying to figure out what we should say.
They definitely add to more infected the way.
Yeah, they build on the
them.
lore.
Yeah,
they give you a little bit more. Where we're 28 years later, so the world has changed obviously, and then we'll talk very basic. So this is a horror movie. It is definitely like on the scarier side. I didn't get scared of it. We're not children.
And we watched this in Dolby Atmos, and
was
those loud
loud.
noises were booming.
It was loud. There's not a lot of jump scares. There's a few, which great because jump scares are getting pretty old. But the eeriness, the setting, when the rage are there, and the weird editing style, it gives an eerie, creepy feeling. Like you're just like you're on the edge of your seat. It gives you that tense feeling, which is really good. I feel like we don't get a lot of that in zombie movies because they're just like mindless meat bags that you shoot. Right?
Yeah,
these are actually these are actually scary and they pose a big threat. And there's some very, very dark subject matter in this movie.
Yes.
Fucked up subject matter. But yeah, basically overall, I enjoyed it.
Me too.
But it was slightly disappointing
in the story.
Yeah. And we'll get more into that. But yeah. A basic thought of what I thought. I liked it. I think you should go watch it. It's a very good film. It's well made, and you should.
You should.
Yeah. All right. There's a very Maj Paj, spoiler-free discussion. Here comes the more in depth. Here's your spoiler warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, bye-bye.
Yeah. Watch it and come back.
And then come back. Come back. All right. So we're gonna give our score now. Of 28 years later.
28 years later. That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years. 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 years. All right. 3, 2, 1.
9.2.
8.6.
Okay.
Tentatively, I can't see it going higher. It can only go down. And I'll explain why.
It can only go down.
I can't go up. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here that rubbed me the wrong way, that I didn't understand. I'm like, why would you do that? Some character decisions make no sense to me.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. So, like always, we'll start off with the sound design. This is a 10 out of 10.
This was a 9 for me.
The sound design is absolutely superb. Again, we saw it in Dolby Atmos. You can literally hear everything. The little creaks, the sound design of when the camera panned up at one point and you were watching them from above, you heard them above you. So, you're in the point of view. So, very, very well sound developed here. You literally hear everything. And, weird noises. It's cool.
Even in, the calm moments of, in the field, it's just kind of, peaceful.
Yeah, you can hear the breeze.
Within this world of terrifying infected.
There's a lot of beauty in this film.
There is.
In a fucked up zombie... They're not zombies, but, zombie-esque world.
They balanced, the horror and, the beauty of, the nature.
Yeah. It's very good. The music, again, 10 out of 10. The chase scenes and the tense scenes with all the music and the soundtrack.
And when you hear
fantastic.
the theme, that theme just does not get old.
Yeah. Which one?
The main 28 Days theme.
Oh, yeah, the 28 Days. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And they threw in the poem from the trailers. Ooh. It had its moment in this film. The boots.
I'll say
it had its moment, and that
it was odd in it.
Superb. No, it fit.
I don't know.
That fit perfectly.
It's not like a big nitpick for me that where it's gonna really change the score. But to me, I was eh. It didn't do too much for me. Not gonna lie.
That
I liked it in the trailer more.
When they mirrored it with the the scenes they were showing with that, it fit perfectly, and it was a nice build up when they get to where they're going. Cinematography, 10 out of 10.
That was a 10, yeah.
I think this is probably some of the best cinematography in a film I've ever seen. It's beautiful. And it's shot on an iPhone.
iPhones.
I think 90% of it or 80% of it was shot. Not all of it, I figured out.
Okay.
But most of it was. Specifically the scenes with the arrows and the weird turns. That was the iPhone.
That threw me off the first time I saw it, but then it grew on me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what did you think of that? Like, to
Yeah, I was curious
explain.
to see your thoughts on that because I was like, whoa.
So, if you ever played, is it Sniper Elite, that game? Have you
Part
played
of that game.
So, if you ever played Sniper Elite, if you get like a headshot, it does like this slow mo, and then it kind of changes the camera angle to follow, I guess, the trajectory of the bullet.
Oh,
So there's no slow mo here, but basically he shot the arrow, it went through his head, but the camera did like this weird video game final kill animation. Very jarring. You don't expect it, but I thought it was badass. Like, it was
Maybe
very
they shouldn't have done it every shot, but I
think they did
it was nice.
I think they overdid it because they did it with every single kill.
There
in
were
the
some
beginning.
there were some kills that I didn't see it, and that was like maybe a little bit later into the movie.
More
Especially at the end, I don't think they did it. But like that very first initial when
there was
they're
like
out,
a good 5 or 6 where they did it back to back to back. I thought it was badass. I thought it was really cool, very unique. You've never seen anything like that in a movie. So I can appreciate the act of doing something different.
Maybe House of the Dead did it.
Maybe.
Have you seen the House of the Dead movie?
No.
Oh,
I've only
played
played
like the arcade game. It's like a campy little like Resident Evil-esque type.
Right.
It's kind of fun.
What's his games are fun.
What's his name? I don't know. He's in it, but I forget the actor's name. We're not gonna.
Yeah, building off the cinematography, the land they shot on location. There's barely CGI in this film. There are some moments, but this is shot all on location. The island they were at,
It's a great location.
It's a real island. The greenery was like, whoa, like that was green.
What about the tide? Was that like real? Like, did they work with the tide?
That I don't know specifically, but they did build like 150-foot thing. Like that whole walkway, they built that. That was real.
Wow.
I don't know if they built it in the ocean. That I don't know. But they did shoot a lot of this on location, and you can tell, like it looks real. And the wide shots of all of this, especially in the flower field, like that yellow poppy field. Whoa, it's like breathtaking. It's beautifully shot, especially again at the nighttime when you see the infected on the top of like that hill, and there's just their silhouettes just standing
and
there.
the alpha.
Yeah, and they're just standing there. It's like creepy as hell. Oh my god, it's amazing.
It really,
cinematography is top notch.
It really is.
On an iPhone.
His directing in 28 Days Later was really good.
Yeah, and I did find out that because they shot that on a digital camera, that was like a stylistic choice.
Yeah,
like he did that purposely to give it that grungy feel, and I think it works for that film and the subject matter and like the themes of the movie. And although they didn't use that for this film, it's still a lot of it had the same essence of that. Like it looked super grainy. The way the camera was like shot from the angle to get that frame, it felt like it was obviously the same director did it.
Yeah,
but it felt like definitely the same universe.
But still a little bit different from when 28 Days Later. I think he wasn't like going to do the exact same thing.
It has the same look in some of the scenes where it looks vintage, but it's obviously not.
Ending. It's not beautiful. Like the ending.
Yeah, no.
But like
the beginning and like the middle. Some of the shots are just it really captures the essence of 28 Days Later. I loved it. All right, acting 10 out of 10.
I thought it was 10 as well.
This is the kid especially.
Yeah,
kid actors
really good.
Kid actors usually suck. Now he held his own. This is his story.
It is. It's not. It's not Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's not his story. Which I was like, I wasn't sure what the story was. I think they did well with the trailers not to give like the full like synopsis. Like we've already seen the movie.
Right. No, the trailers are superb. They don't give anything away. That was a nitpick of mine that they cut him off of the movie.
I was wondering that. I was like, where'd he go? Maybe he should have been in it a little bit more.
Like he's so good.
That'll go back into like the plot and stuff that I have little like nitpicks on.
The past 3 movies he's been in, Taylor Johnson, Craven, shit movie, but he carried that movie. Like he gave it his all. He was good in that.
I think actors who they take a movie, they try their all, like especially like an actor I can think of as Nicolas Cage. No matter what he's in,
he gives it his all.
He gives it whatever all he has, even if it's like just not a good movie. Like he goes all out and he tries his best.
Right, and that's what every actor should strive to do. Like the Tom Cruise, the stunts he does is amazing. I mean, Craven, fantastic job by him, the actor, not the movie. Nosferatu and this. I mean, they're all like Oscar-worthy performances. Like they're really good.
And I known him from Kick-Ass
Yeah.
and recently Bullet Train. Have you seen Bullet Train yet?
No.
So he's in it. Brad
Okay.
Pitt is in it. Brad Pitt's fucking pushing 60.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. Not at all.
But I mean, he has like the comedy roles, at least like in those two movies. But I think he did a pretty good job on.
He can play a nice serious role with some comedy filled in there. You know, they didn't go away from that. But yeah, the Spike. I forgot his name. The actor's name.
Oh, Alfie Williams.
Yeah, Alfie. I mean, it was like he wasn't a child. I don't know who taught him how to act, but fantastic. He literally carried this movie, as it is his story, and the mom too. I mean, all of them fantastic. And Ralph Fiennes, great.
Yeah.
The Doctor. I mean, come on.
He was a good character. I want to see more of him.
He was. Yeah, acting all around, 10 out of 10.
All the emotional beats with his mom and himself is like really good. I mean, that's pretty much that's the later half of the whole movie. That's just them two.
Yep. And
Eric.
some soldier.
And Eric.
Some soldier, yeah.
Which I actually like the little humor in that. I didn't think it was too bad. The humor where
Yeah, I didn't think it was
he had
terrible.
the phone and he was
I laughed. You know, I thought it was funny because it makes sense within the plot and the timeline.
It does.
I mean, it's not just comedy; it makes sense.
It's like 30 years. Like it's 28 years later, but like
And
it's just roughly 30 years. That's a lot of time where like the mainland is cut off from anything.
Yeah.
Because unlike actually the 28 Weeks Later movie, they kind of retcon the ending of that where like the infection spread to Paris and like other places, I guess. And I guess maybe it would have been worldwide, but they chose to just like
They kept it in Europe.
Yeah.
So yeah, being quarantined for 28 years and being born on that island, during that, you're not going to know what half the world has.
you're not going to know what an iPhone
know what you
phone
see.
was.
Yeah, you know what you see, obviously.
Yeah.
So
That's like people who they go to jail. They're in it for so many years. They come out of jail,
yeah,
and they actually really get. It's really hard to adjust for them.
Yeah. How would you know?
I talked to Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. But yeah. All right, let's talk about the plot.
Let's talk about that plot. I gave it a 7.
6 out of 10.
Yeah,
The plot is my biggest issue.
it really is.
It's a very basic, safe plot. In
It
some
is.
ways, it mirrors 28 Days Later to a T. It's a travel film. They're traveling to the safe place, you know, the radio. Here, he's taking his mom to get her cure. You know, we've seen it a million times before. Very safe. Not a lot happens during the way, you know. It's this very safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it didn't feel like the infected were as much of a threat as they were in the prior movies. But when they were on screen,
Right.
they really were.
Right. Like there's only one big threat.
Samson.
Yeah, Samson the Alpha. They introduced Alpha in this movie. So the rage virus evolved. Basically, like it's because these people, they're real people. They're not zombies. They're not dead. They're just infected. They have a sickness. So they're still at their core a human, but they're just like souped up on steroids, basically, with this rage. They're basically mini Hulks.
They really are.
And
they're
then-
smarter than the runners. And then even some of them chose like to start eating like mealworms like in the ground, and they got fatter and slower. They're still a threat, but they still are able to survive, because I remember the beginning of 28 Weeks Later, the virus was pretty much eliminated, and then they said that all the infected starved out because they need sustenance just like a human would, because they're not zombies. And I really like the direction where they went with this, and they kind of like gave us like more realistic. They didn't go like Resident Evil and like mutated them to like Left 4 Dead 2 or something, and had like the big giant gas zombies or whatever.
No, they're still regular, just sick humans. But
and they can procreate.
They can procreate.
Yeah,
And
which was
I have
really.
a feeling the Alpha did that.
That's what I'm saying, because he was protective.
Yeah, he was pissed when she died.
He noted. He like looked at her, and I was
got
like,
pissed.
it's like so weird. What's like going on in the infected's mind? Like, do they have any inkling of like any other than the Alpha? Like, they're smarter. They could think more.
I think they do. They're just most of the time they're just.
How do the alphas become alphas?
So, I read this. So basically, the way it evolved is they're obviously very fast. They always run around. So they use a lot of energy. So they need to eat more, right? So they went back to hunting, back to the caveman mentality. Just primal instinct.
Yeah,
so
some of them were eating fish.
Right, so they were hunting. So, right? Instead of just trying to get humans, because they're all gone, most of them. So they have to eat animals now. They have to hunt. They have to be smarter. So, and then when you overeat, so they can stock up, that's when they get really fat. And they're slow. So they can live longer. So they figured out, if we kind of slow down a bit, we'll live longer. So they're like literally evolving.
They are.
To be like smart,
So like, is it going to become full circle where like the infected way over time, way past
100
years, 128 years,
it's just, that's humanity.
That they're back to like cavemen, and then they start evolving to just being regular again.
It's just a cycle that.
And what's the point of the baby? Like, what does it actually mean?
I don't know. Again, that's another nitpick I have. They don't explain a lot.
Like, it's not. They say that it's not infected, but they don't have anything medical to like prove it. Like,
well, you see the eyes.
Maybe it evolved. Could be a carrier, but even then, 28 weeks later, there was the wife who was a carrier. Mm. She had only one of her eyes was like, you can see it in one of her eyes, but she could still pass it on through like saliva and like anything else. So it's interesting to see how like they would play out with this non-infected baby.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot unanswered here. Like they introduced a lot and they didn't tell us a lot.
Yeah,
I get that, and that's.
I mean, and it's part of a trilogy. It's going to be part of a trilogy.
Yeah, but each movie should still be able to stand on its own.
Should,
and it doesn't fully in this one. It has first movie-itis,
I thought what was brushed under the rug for the story also was there was like a quick little shot of them needing supplies. Like the village said that they needed supplies, they were running low. I was like, this whole movie was like, they were pretty selfish, especially Spike.
Yeah.
But they kind of encourage it because they're like, yeah, it's Spike's first time. They encourage it, like he comes back like a hero, like it's like a thing that they do. Like like they usually turn like 15 is when they send out people to the mainland to like kind of like
become. That's when you become a man.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
You get your first kill, and now you're a man.
But they did it early with Spike, and he's 12. His mom didn't want him to go, and then they come back, and they were literally just setting up a party for like, what if he didn't come back?
Yeah,
then he'd
be dead.
Stuff down, and he doesn't feel like a hero, and he takes his mom.
It was all
pretty selfish because like
it was all.
What did they even do the first time they went out? Did they really? They didn't get anything useful. Like they didn't really come.
They
back.
Just killed and went back.
Exactly.
So it's like that was again. Why would you ever? Why is that a thing? You're just getting a kill and coming back. You're not doing something better for the the patch of land that you're on.
Yeah, like what's the point?
Like you're just there just to kill and leave.
Like a little ritual.
Yeah,
where,
I guess.
Like how sustainable is that little island? Like, because what animals do they even have?
They did show when they first crossed over, forest was completely just destroyed. So they obviously like got wood and stuff.
Yeah, they have like a field of wood that they keep getting. I mean, there's still plenty of trees.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was just a bit confusing why they went to the mainland, and I get it's for like I guess the ritual, but like why would you risk your I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, and they even said like if you don't come back, we're not going to send out a party for you.
Oh yeah, they're serious about safety. If you don't come back, we're not looking for you.
I mean, the affected are pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't risk that.
They don't have guns anymore, except for the army soldiers.
Yeah, it's all primal.
And even then, fucking military couldn't even handle them.
Yeah,
that's how deadly they are.
It's crazy. Yeah, the alpha. I think they said a typical infected would take 1 arrow. The alpha was like 12. Like they're souped up.
6 at minimum, maybe.
Yeah.
But like you might need more than that.
Yeah.
And Alfie couldn't hit Alfie. That's his actor's name.
Spike couldn't hit shit. He was nervous
at first.
Fuck.
But then he got over it. Yeah, he needed that initial push.
That didn't really make sense to me. I'll go with that.
I think it did. I think his mom motivated him to like get in. Like he was like, I'm on my own for this. Whatever he wanted to do. But I still think it was selfish.
Yeah, I'll get into that in character development.
And even at the end, I still think he's selfish.
Yeah.
because then he doesn't even return. He just drops the baby off and goes and like what are you doing? What are you doing?
Which is goal, yeah. I don't know.
I'm finding myself.
Yeah,
Writing.
the plot, basic, but, serviceable. It's fine. Writing, I give a 9.
Me too.
It's very smart. Everything I believe characters would say. It's a smart film.
Dr. Kelson's monologue and speech about
Beautiful.
Memento Mori.
Yeah,
Whew,
beautiful.
really great.
Memento Mori and Memento Amori.
It really makes you think.
It really does. You must
Really-
always remember the day.
That's the most emotional part of the movie. The little snippet of, obviously, spoilers.
Yeah.
We learn that Isla has cancer. I actually
Yes.
thought it was going to be dementia.
I thought too, because she couldn't remember stuff.
Yeah.
But again,
But it was the tumor that was pushed. So
It's not a tumor. Sorry.
yeah, so I thought it was going to be maybe dementia because symptoms could have been like very similar, but like I'm not a doctor, so I wasn't like, okay, I'm not gonna. But I thought it was, but then they said cancer. It makes sense though.
Mhm.
And obviously we know cancer, not curable.
Especially in a world like this.
Yeah.
Where you have no meds.
Obviously, depending on where it is, it might be like salvageable. I'm not getting into detail.
Yeah.
And that's when Spike learns that the hard way.
Yeah. Death
Dr.
is
Kelson
inevitable.
is older, so he's probably been before that time. Like he doesn't know. They don't know anything about cancer. Dr. Kelson does. I don't know if Jamie knew exactly if it was cancer or not.
I think he had an inkling. I think he knew. He just didn't want to say it.
Yeah,
He didn't
and
want to admit it.
that pissed me off.
Right? He didn't want to admit it. But again, you can't have any chance of getting fixed. So what?
Like I just wish he would have been truthful. Like this would have probably stopped Spike from fucking
Yeah, it would have.
doing what he did.
It would have. Yeah.
But we wouldn't have learned that Dr. Kelson is not a bad guy.
Yeah. You're pit to believe that he's a psycho maniac.
Yeah,
Because he's just burning up bodies, but he's doing it for a reason.
yeah.
He's
They were
remembering-
already dead.
Right.
He
And,
didn't go out to kill them.
right. And he's a doctor. He's seeing the infected not as these monsters. He's seeing them as a sick person.
He has compassion
So he's
for.
giving them their proper
Yeah.
burial. And he's built this whole, my God, how many skulls and bones are there? My
I
God.
don't know how the
The
thing
Bone
really
Temple.
sustained itself, but it did.
He's giving them all the tribute that they deserve. It's not their fault they turned into.
It isn't. It is.
It's beautiful, and it made his girlfriend cry
It did.
in a horror
for
movie.
like 30 minutes.
In a horror movie. That's good.
It's okay. You're allowed to cry.
And my girlfriend confessed to me, and I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. She was actually scared of this movie. Like she had a nightmare. Like, and I found out that zombies scare her. She doesn't get scared of anything. Like she's not fazed by this, but zombies do.
Okay. Well,
She was
when
like,
was the
"Oh,
other
I got
last zombie
scared."
movie that she saw?
Done.
Oh.
Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, that's not scary at all.
Exactly. She wasn't scared of it.
It's supposed to be a comedy.
Right. I don't know
not
if she's
horror.
seen another zombie movie.
But
yeah. It worked on some people.
I mean, those shots were like the random like night shots of like the infected,
God,
just
yeah.
like crazy. Like
Mhm.
you're just getting a glimpse of like what they do at night. Like imagine being on the mainland at night like that, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the wood. You
Forget
They're-
about it, man. You're just dead.
ripping spinal cords
Yeah.
out.
The Alpha has this sick Mortal Kombat finisher.
Yeah, that's
His-
his only move though.
His main move is just to grab your head and just slowly rip it out
That's
of your
the
body.
only move.
It's sick. Awesome. Yeah, writing, very good. Pacing? I thought it was a 9. Pacing was pretty good. A lot of people have issues with the pacing.
I thought it was a 9.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's boring. It's not really boring. You have to just... It's a movie with substance.
It is.
It's not an action movie. It's a movie with legitimate heart, depravity, sorrow. It has a lot in it.
Yeah, I saw a
And you get
comment
sucked into
about that. They're like, there wasn't as much action. It's like
It's not supposed to be.
it's like
The first
if you
one
like
wasn't.
action, you like action. It's like not all movies can be like that. Like sometimes, like if you really want action, like Resident Evil, like
Yeah.
that's action all the way through.
And then we saw what happens when you push action in these movies. They don't turn out great.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a legit meaningful...
Like they're fun movies, but they're not genuinely good films.
Right. They're just popcorn flicks.
Yeah.
Like this is a movie you have to like indulge yourself in.
It really like the whole Memento Mori thing. Like, what's the word? The way of thinking is just like
Mhm.
being compassionate and remembering instead of like being like Spike.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, everybody on the island back to their primal instincts. The more you kill it, the easier it gets. But like, yeah, that may be true, but they're not just these meat. Still, they can't help it.
They really can't.
And the Doctor enlightens us with this information. Yeah, I thought the pacing was fine. Some of the, I guess this will go into the pacing. Some of the, humor bits maybe at some parts felt out of place. Like it's a bit tonally odd. There's not a consistent tone here. It kind of jumps around, especially at the end. But that makes sense. So maybe that's why I gave it a 9. Still very good.
The ending, ending's
the ending.
jarring.
Did you do any research on that? Like any research on the ending?
No, other than
because I'll make it make sense for you.
No, other than Teletubbies and Power Rangers.
Yeah, because I can make it make sense for you, but again, that doesn't mean you're automatically gonna go, oh yeah, it makes sense. I love it.
And the some guy, what's his name?
Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. Character development 6. Basically, only because
I said 9.
Only because this is a first in a trilogy, and they don't complete anybody's character arcs at all. They're not finished yet, so I can't give it a higher score.
I understand that,
and I hate the fact. Again, for me, the first time Spike went out, scared to shit, can't hit shit, nothing, right? And then, like a day later, he's like, "I'm gonna go back out again, and I'm just gonna be the alpha now. I'm the alpha."
He got the jitters.
He's the hero. He has plot armor to no end. Like that was too quick of a. It didn't make it. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. He knows exactly where to go. He's camping out. Like, I don't understand that. That didn't.
He's definitely flawed.
That didn't work for me. But he wasn't when he went back. Yeah. He hit every shot. He was just a beast. How does that?
Maybe if we gradually saw him get a little bit better.
Yeah, like
I don't miss a couple shots, and but it was every shot. I could see that.
Too stark of a difference. Or maybe if they did a little again, they couldn't have done this, but if they altered the story and it was maybe like a month later and he's constantly practicing, you do a little time jump, not a day later.
Yeah, I mean, he's stuck on this island with a father that has so much tough love. I don't think he's abusive. I think that was the first time he was hit.
He's definitely not abusive.
And his father definitely is struggling with his wife.
Oh, he's having an affair.
Yeah, and no bueno. And he doesn't handle it too well. And he doesn't explain to Spike anything to make anything make sense. And he just says, Mr. Kelson's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he later learns that that's not the case.
Right.
He gets his eyes opened.
Yeah.
He definitely is enlightened by the Memento Mori. I think in a way that definitely changed him. I think he got a glimpse of what the world can be. They're stuck on the island. Eric kind of showed them what technologies they have. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're going to do with the story moving forward, but I just think that it's definitely opened his eyes being on the mainland a lot longer, and he's young, he's impressionable. Mm-hmm. So I think a little bit changed it, but I still think he's selfish.
Yeah. He has, because he's a kid, he has the ability to grow fully. Yeah. And really take in everything and really learn.
Adults have trouble changing.
Right. And this is where the character development will come into play 2 movies down. Yeah, he's not done yet. So, and again, that's just the fact of the movie being the first of 3, where it's one story, not a sequel. It's like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You can't watch the second one by itself. You have to watch them all in order.
And do we know if it's going to be a time jump at all?
The second one, no. Maybe a month, but not 28 years.
Maybe the third one does, but we don't know. Because they don't know if they're going to do a third one. If the second one does well,
right,
then they'll go for part 3.
But the ending, I gave a 10. Sorry, I gave an 8.
I give it a 9.
The ending I thought was really good. Everybody hates it because they don't understand it. They think it's stupid and goofy, and yes, it is, but it makes sense.
I think the ending was fine.
Dark as fuck.
But I just think it was way too jarring initially for anybody to understand it, that it should have been a post-credit. They should have just had it.
I think it either that worked as a post-credit.
Or the beginning of the next movie. I really think that they should have just kept the tone how it was, and that ending, and the music, and him being cornered, and then they cut.
A very open-ended ending.
Yeah.
It'd be wild. I wouldn't have liked that. I hate open-ended endings like that, where it's like, because then you're waiting. I mean, we don't have to wait long. It's like 6 months, but still, you're like,
shot it back to back.
and then it doesn't live up to like he just gets saved right away. It's like one of those things. But no, I think the ending is really good. Anybody who says it's not, again, it's your personal opinion.
Shit.
But
No.
half the time, you probably just don't understand it. So basically, in this scenario, Jimmy was in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
He's the kid. He's watching the Teletubbies.
Mhm.
Clearly, they watched Power Rangers.
There was the action figure that Spike had in his room of the Power Ranger, and
Power Rangers are big.
Definitely,
Like they're kids. They watch this stuff. It's British stuff. So that's what they watch as children. He never grew up.
Yeah.
He lived in this. That's the last thing he saw. So of course he's going to think that's how the world is.
Yeah, I read that.
He's literally going to take that inspiration and be that, because that's what he saw as a kid. And
He thinks that's cool.
Yeah, he didn't have any parents to teach him to grow up. So
His mother,
that's his
father.
character. That the impression. So it made sense. So he found all these people, and he clearly just has his own cult now, where they're the Power Rangers because they're badass. Why wouldn't you want to be a Power Ranger? It makes sense.
I actually thought that Jamie was Jimmy.
Everybody did. Everybody thought we were going to follow his story. But no, they showed the cross upside down. Now the world's fucked. So it's the crucifix. It's insane. And it's insanely dark because they also watched Jimmy Will Fix It. That's the show. Jimmy Savile. That fuck. He's like one of the world's worst pedophiles ever.
This universe that took place, that everybody found out about it before that, is what I read.
Yeah,
so it makes sense that
because he dresses just like Jimmy did in his show, right? And he was a huge TV icon, and he hid this for years, and nobody found out. So the fact that he's taking inspiration from that, knowing who he is now, that's messed up.
It's fucked up.
I thought it was even darker, because when I first read it, I thought they were pinning him as Jimmy, like he is actually him. He has the same name. And I was like, oh my god! And now he's taking this kid into his. Oh my god, it's gonna get dark. But no, it's just a loose connection to him, but it's still very dark.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because that's what you would do. You're a kid and you grow up in that world, only knowing that. How else are you gonna react?
Yeah, there's nothing new being invented in that corner of the world, so they are just whatever was left from the culture before that is what they have. They're not gonna,
and they're
know anything else.
Clearly very savage. They clearly brutalize the affected. They brand their names into their backs. They hang them. They get messed up. So I don't know where Spike's gonna go from here. I don't know. I hope he doesn't become one of them. I hope he has the smarts to know that that's wrong.
I think so.
Because clearly they're going to be a big part in the second one, obviously.
Definitely. I hope Dr. Kelson comes back. I think he's going to die in the second.
I think he might. But Cillian Murphy's confirmed to be in the second one. He has a role, which is good.
Is it going to be a cameo?
No, he's in it.
Okay.
I think he's in it.
I like that. I hope he doesn't die though. But I don't know. I don't want Cillian Murphy's character to die. I don't want Jim to die either.
Jim, they're all good.
Jim versus Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. At first I was like, are they going to show Cillian Murphy here? Jim? I'm like, that's not him. But
and I love how everybody thought that infected that was.
It looks like him.
It does.
Where'd it go? It looks just like him. It looks like a dead him.
I mean, the more you look at it, it doesn't.
Yeah, but in the quick one frame shot, it looked like him. He's skinny as hell. It looked just like him. Yeah. Yeah, I liked the ending. I thought it was good. It worked for me because I understood it.
That was the only nitpick. In the moment, I was just like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah. Yeah, no, in the moment,
100% like.
And if you're not British, you're not going to get that
exactly
from Savile. You're not going to understand that. But after looking it up, it makes sense to me. And just because you know that information now, it's not going to make. Oh yeah, it's great. It is totally out of left field, but it does make sense in the context of the world. Entertainment, I gave it an 8. I enjoyed it.
I give it a 10.
Yeah. There were some slow moments. There was some stuff that didn't make sense to me that I wish they did something else. But yeah, no, entertainment was good. I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I think it added a lot to the universe and the lore, and I am excited for the next one.
So am I. However, it's not the same director. Danny Boyle's not directing it.
Come on, Danny.
A woman's directing it. and it's the woman who directed The Marvels.
Okay.
Now, apparently that movie is good. I never saw it. I don't care about it. But
I watched
apparently,
it once.
apparently it was good. Not the first one, like The Marvels with the girl in it.
The second one, right?
Yeah. She directed that. She's directing it.
Well,
it's already directed.
Well, did she write the first? Did she write The Marvels, though?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
She directed it.
I think the director sometimes get a lot of shit. Because the writer is also the writer who's part of the story. The story kind of matters a little bit.
Right. The Alex Garland.
Alex Garland.
He's still writing it.
Okay.
So he still has writing, but Danny Boyle's not directing.
He's got to be like at least a producer on it.
Cillian
Murphy's a producer on it, so I think he's got to say.
So, you know, I hope it's good. Hope. It needs to do good so we can get the full trilogy. What was your favorite scene in the whole?
I think Samson. No, okay. It was. I think it was the Memento Mori scene when he puts the skull on top of it.
That's beautiful. And he turns it to the sunrise, so his mom can always see the sunrise.
I liked it.
Beautiful.
I liked it.
Beautiful. My favorite scene was when they're hauling ass back to the quarantine island, and Samson's just running. He's just hauling ass. It's so tense. And
the music is a good scene. I like that song.
And it was very. I thought they were going to die. One of them, at least. Maybe Jamie.
Yeah.
Like they really hauling ass. He's fast as fuck. The infected, and he was like, and at first I'm like, how is this guy catching up? Because they were like, I don't know, it probably takes you like an hour to walk this bridge, hour and a half. It's huge.
I don't think an hour and a half.
It's huge. Right, maybe 30 minutes max. So they're sprinting down this thing, obviously running away from it because they hear the water splashing, and the cinematography here is great because
you could barely even see him,
right? Because
from their perspective,
all you see is this water splashing. He's hauling ass.
And then there's the big wide shot of him, Samson, like right behind him. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's scary. Well, no, that wasn't Samson because they killed that guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was a different alpha. They look the same. Maybe they used the same.
I guess there's only 2 alphas that we see in this.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy how they evolved enough to where they now have a hierarchy of infected.
And he fucking controls crows.
Yeah,
and birds. Like
he just roars and they follow. It's insane. Oh yeah,
we're gonna add Samson to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, exactly how he was portrayed in the movie. That's his weapon. No, we didn't talk about the pregnant infected.
We didn't.
Basically, yeah.
Briefly, we did.
Briefly, but another thing that threw me off again, but it kind of makes sense, is how the infected at that moment was human.
Yeah.
She became human again because what do you call that?
Maternal instinct?
Yeah, the maternal instinct of, you're a mother still, so you still know what's going on. Where she literally like became human and was connecting hands with Isla.
Yeah, Isla.
And she helped this infected through childbirth. So first of all, I don't know why you would just walk up to a random infected when you know how dangerous they are and just think that it's going to be all right. That didn't make sense to me. Why would you just...
Mother's instinct.
No, but like, come on. You've never seen this before. You know how dangerous they are. Why would you just walk up to this?
Maybe it's just... I think it's a mother... I think it's a mother thing we don't understand.
I mean, it could be. But again, it's infected. You don't know what they can do.
You're right.
It was very jarring.
Characters
be characters. And again, maybe they'll explain that later when they introduce a lot about the virus, but they don't explain it yet. So we're left questioning.
I think nobody
knows. Did that happen?
Really.
Yeah. How did that happen? How did they evolve? How did the alphas become alphas?
The people from the outside probably don't even know what's going on with them. Yeah. They're just patrolling the vicinity.
Yeah.
And that's how Eric the soldier ends up because their boat crashed. And they don't do rescues to it.
Yeah, they probably just heard legends. They don't know. This is his first time seeing it firsthand.
Yeah,
they're just patrolling for whatever.
He could have been the delivery driver.
Yeah. So there's a lot unanswered, so it keeps you questioning. But it's still like good. And they don't like, what is he wearing? Iodine? But doctor, what was it? It would start with an I, some chemical that they don't like apparently. Like it keeps them at bay. But then
I think like a little,
like a pheromone. Keeps them away.
A little bit less noticeable to them maybe. Because
they didn't explain what it does, but he said they don't like it.
Because then Samson came back and was like, grabbing
fucking him up.
Yeah.
I thought Dr.
was
Cal's gonna die.
What he
The
did.
whole
No, you didn't.
you're gonna die in the second one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, very good. Cinematography superb, and it was actually like a scary, creepy horror movie for once. Like it was like genuinely like on the edge of your seat, tense.
Yeah.
Very good. My second favorite scene was when they played the boots. That I don't know. That poem is just perfect. And like, do you know what the poem's like about? Did you do any research on it?
Is it like a march?
Yeah, it's like the endless, just constant marching, driving soldiers. So I thought that fit perfectly with them walking to the island because they're all they're doing is just walking. That's all they.
do.
Yeah, exactly. Great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch
This
this movie.
movie-
It's very good.
Well,
It's not. It's not perfect. This, unfortunately for me, is not movie of the year. It didn't live up to the trailers portrayed something that this movie wasn't. The trailers were so hype because all they showed was like the infected and just like the weirdness, but there's a lot less of that in the actual movie. They didn't show any of like the heart and the touching moments. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought they were advertising, as trailers do, a different type of movie that no one was expecting. That's where all the negative reviews are coming in, because it was like completely different than what they thought it was going to be.
And Isla's like not really in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think it's okay to show a little bit. Like you have to give a little bit of something, depending on what the movie is.
like at
There's
least
movies that like
Yeah.
they don't go. They like depends. Like if you watch the trailer to watch the movie, you'll be a little bit slighted on the type of movie.
you should give the basic plot of the movie, and not spoil any of the biggest action or
Pretty
twist
much.
moments. Basic plot, cool B-roll shots.
Talk about you, companion.
Yeah, fuck you. And every other movie in Hollywood. Spoil the whole damn movie.
I think it's because of our attention spans. They don't think that we can understand.
Whatever, man.
Is that Bucky?
That wasn't even in the movie.
Good.
Yeah, go watch this movie. It's very good. Let us know what you thought if you watched it. Let us know if you're going to watch it because of us. Do we have sway? Give us all your answers. We hope you enjoyed the review. We hope you enjoyed the movie as much as we did, although it's not perfect. Not movie of the year for me. I enjoyed other horror movies that came out this year.
I
more
watched
than
all
this
the
one.
movies of this year to even consider anything to be horror movie of the year.
So far.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
it's
I didn't watch Sinners.
Yeah,
so-
that probably.
and a lot of people are thinking that's movie of the year. So far,
Right.
There's still movies to come out.
I mean, Bring Her Back's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Like, that's. Even Final Destination. That's a fun as hell movie.
It is.
It's very
I
fun.
actually finally watched that.
It's very fun.
I grew up watching the Final Destination movies. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Nobody,
Very different than the other
everybody
ones.
died.
The opening is way different than the first ones.
There's only one premonition scene. There's like no premonition scene. This one kind of went away with that.
Just in the flashback of the mom,
The beginning,
or
yeah.
the grandmom.
Yeah. The other one, they weren't premonitions. They were just, you could notice things.
She had a gift. I think they got old with the premonition stuff. They're like,
Right.
all right, let's just like maybe it's kind of premonitions, but like maybe let the character not be able to like explain how they know.
Yeah.
Other than it's just the bloodlines thing, and I'm assuming. I actually think. I mean, if you've seen Bloodlines, I think that whole chart of the bloodlines of everybody who was in that tower at some point was in the lineage of the prior movies. At
It could
some
be.
point,
I think so, yeah.
I think.
Could be.
That's my little theory.
Little Theories by Nick. Yeah. That's going to be our episode, the 28 years later episode.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and tuning in.
We hope you tune in next time. Don't forget about the giveaway, as mentioned in the beginning. There will be a post on Instagram, so just look for that. I'm not going to explain it again. So rewind the video or go to Instagram. That's how you enter it, and that's how you'll be chosen, and that's how you'll win. So do that. While you're there, make sure you follow us on Instagram and everything else, Twitter, X, TikTok. Obviously, subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you know the second we upload a video. Instagram, we got daily news. We got trivia.
We trivia.
Yeah. Sometimes it's very hard. TikTok, we have shortened clips of these episodes, and then go to Threads where we just ask random questions.
Yeah, it's the new Twitter. I think it's better than Twitter.
Yeah.
Is there anything on Twitter?
No.
When we post?
We do, but we have nothing. So I think we might just eliminate Twitter and just go to Threads. So we're going to focus on Threads. We're getting a lot of comments there, so we appreciate that. If you're watching this, keep it up. And yeah, that's basically all we got to offer.
Yep.
So stay scary, lame, and cringe.
But we'll leave it in. We'll leave it.
Yeah, we're going to leave it in. So yeah.
Give us a catchphrase.
Yeah, give us a catchphrase. Put your catchphrases in the comments.
Put your catchphrase thinking caps on.
Yeah.
Now it's on.
Join the Discord. And with that, we'll see you next time.